Welcome to Fitzy's Fabulous Scrapbooks. I'm Michelle Fitzgerald, aka Fitzy, and I'm an independent advisor for creative memory scrapbooking, and I'm here to help you make your scrapbooks fabulous. Hello, everybody. It is me again. So I'm glad you're joining me, and this is my crazy, crazy summer. We are almost at the point where we're ready to move my daughter. So we leave this week to bring her up to Rochester, New York. So it's exciting, a little scary, a little sad, but I'll try to stay with it. You guys are gonna have to keep me going. Anyway, last week I showed two borders and I created one, and today I'm going to show you how to create the second one. And before I start that, I just wanted to give a couple of reminders. Tomorrow, very excited, secret box number 3 is gonna be launched. So I'm really excited for the secret box. I get every single one when it comes out. I just wanted to give all of you a heads up. So it'll be available starting at noontime Central Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And they'll be opening the box at the next Worldwide Virtual Crop, which will be happening on September 7th. Very exciting. And this box is filled with a lot of limited edition products. And when you get this box, you're actually going to get a 10% discount on it, on the total of the products, I should say. So the price that you see, that you pay, it's a 10% discount on the products, the value of the products in the box. I hope I said that right. I'm trying to. And the other thing that launches tomorrow is the sticker buffet. So what happens with this is if you buy eight packs of any of the ABC 1, 2, 3 stickers, you will get a free sticker file made. So that's really cool. I'm so excited for that. So 8 sticker packs, ABC 1, 2, 3 stickers. Okay. And they just came out with 7 limited edition colors. So there's yellow, there's orange, there's red, there's blue, there's purple, there's Kelly green. I'm missing one, maybe black. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the other one was, but there's 7. So very exciting. So keep those 2 things in mind. And let's see, what else did I want to tell you? I am extending my contest just a little bit longer. I figure until I get my daughter settled in Rochester, I need a little more time before I can start looking. However, I've had, excuse me, a few people ask me about joining my team. So I'm going to extend the part of the contest for people. You don't have to sign on with me, but if we have a conversation or if you ask me questions about becoming an advisor, I will put you into that contest drawing. Okay. And I believe that's for $100 in product credits. So that's exciting. All right. And what I have found, I've actually been talking to a few people, and I've had a few people emailing me, asking me different questions, but I think the majority, I think there were 2 that weren't, but a couple others, they're advisors under home office. And so the question that I've been getting a lot is, what's the benefit of signing on under you versus staying with home office? And I think it's a great question. And what I told them, and I'm going to tell all of you, is I was one of those people that was signed on under home office. And I didn't have any complaints, but I did feel like I was kind of by myself on a little island. I didn't feel like I was in the know and that I had as much knowledge about things. So I finally, during COVID, started shopping around for an upline. Go figure. You could shop for that. And I found someone that I really felt comfortable with. I liked her sense of business. And this can apply to anybody who's looking to start a business or is just looking to do personal use. But it's beneficial. And I think one of the most beneficial parts of it is now you become a part of a group. And since becoming a part of that group, I have met some amazing, incredible women, and I've become close friends with a lot of them. And it's been an eye opener, really. It's been so exciting. Um, and honestly, it was probably one of the best things I've ever done for my business. I feel grateful that I've met not just my upline and that I work with her, but also that I've met all these other women as well. And a lot of times I'm thinking of what can I do? What can I do? And then I'll be like, well, let me talk to so and so. She's good with this. And we'll bat ideas back and forth. So it's, I don't know. I think it's a great thing. And, it's up to you. It's always a personal choice. And that's what you have to remember. But in terms of benefits, I think for me, that's one of the biggest benefits is just having people to get other ideas from, tips from, tricks from, and just maybe to have a conversation with. So, and the other thing that I do for my team, and I know a lot of other advisors do this as well. I do a weekly Zoom team, not weekly, I'm sorry, a monthly team meeting for Zoom. So that way, because I have advisors that are kind of all over the country, so we can't obviously all meet in person on a monthly basis, but we can all meet on Zoom. So we do that. And that's a nice thing. And we just do an hour. And usually we have a topic and then everybody chimes in on that particular topic. So it's been a lot of fun. We enjoy that. And through doing that, we've gotten a little closer. We're all starting to bond, and it's been a nice thing. So I just wanted to let everybody know about the launch tomorrow, because I feel like that's a big thing with Secret Box number 3 and the sticker buffet, and also to let you know about extending the contest. So I will extend the contest another 2 weeks. So I don't know what that date is, but I'll find out and I'll let you know. I promise. So keep on commenting, and if you don't know what the rules are for the contest, I will link that initial video to this one, okay? And because I'm getting ready to give out prizes. I can't wait. It's so exciting. I hope you're excited too. And I'm sorry to keep you waiting. It's just been a crazy summer for me. It's probably the craziest summer I've ever had. So we're getting through it. That's all I can say. So thank you for your patience. And one last thing, I always forget to mention this, but I think it's maybe something that people might be interested in. I don't know. I do have a subscription group. It's a group that meets weekly on Zoom. We do it all virtual, so you can be anywhere in the country, maybe even in the world. I don't know. And we teach a class once a week, myself and 2 of my teammates. And we charge quarterly for it, and it's only $25 for the quarter, but you get a class every week. And the 4th class of every month is called what we call Pictures to Pages, where we take those pages that we've created, or maybe you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while and you've been making these pages, but you haven't put photos on them yet. So we take the pages that we've created and we take Pictures to Pages night and put our photos on our pages that we've created already. So that's been a fun thing. So I just wanted to mention that too. So feel free to reach out to me if that's something that interests you. I'd love to get you on board. All right. Now I'm going to go down to my workspace and get started on this really fun little border. Let me get down here. Here we are. Da, da, da. Okay, so I'm still using the Birthday Bonanza collection and some cardstock. So here is the border I'm creating tonight. It's a really simple one. When you see how easy this is, you're just gonna love it. All right. But a fun little border. And this is the one we created last week. And I did show you how to create this one last week. And I will link that video as well to this one in case you missed it, but it's a fun one. So this is the only sheet of paper I need from the Birthday Bonanza collection. I'm going to be using both sides. All right, so we got this cute little, I don't know, more like a check than a plaid. And then on the other side, we have this pretty little green print. Okay. And then I'll also be using navy blue cardstock and deep sea green cardstock. All right. So I'm going to push this over to the side. You will need your 12-inch trimmer and your border maker system. And the border maker cartridge that I am using for this project is the new confetti. Oops, upside down. Okay. And it looks like, let's see if I can get that. Oh, there we go. That's what it looks like. All right. So I'm just going to snap that cartridge in, let it click, and that's good to go. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my navy base strip. So I need my trimmer. And I'm going to cut this one at 1 3/4 inches. So if I put it pretty much all the way to the right edge of the trimmer, that'll give me the measurement I need. So 1 3/4 inches. All right, so there's my base. Then I'm going to take the check paper and I'm going to put this at the 1.5 inch mark. And trim here. Great. So now we have that. Okay. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to turn this, well, I don't really have to turn it over, but I will, just so it's not confusing. But I'm going to take the green paper now, or the green side of the check, and put it into my border maker system paper guide. And I'm just going to put the trimmer to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and punch a border. And if you've never seen this used before, my cartridge here, if you see, has these two little, I don't know, nodules, we'll call them. I'm not really sure what to call them. And on the paper guide, see all these different little slots here? These little nodules fit into those slots, so you know where you're going to cut. And so you should be able to move this down your paper 6 times to get a full 12-inch border. And the more that you do this, the more you can get the feel for where to put it. But you can also take this out so I can show you this part here. If you see these little, see this right here? There's 6 of these that go down the whole length of the paper guide. And so what you do is line, see this little mark here? This one's going to be hard to see. I'm going to try to hold this up a little closer. This little mark right here, you line that mark up with each one of these, and that puts you in the correct position. Okay. So I don't know if everybody knows that or not. And I have to say, I probably had the border maker system for a good 6 months before I figured that out. So I'm hoping I helped somebody learn that sooner than when I did. All right. So now I don't need the border maker system anymore, so I'm just going to put that off to the side. And I am going to cut this at 1¼ inch. So I'm going to line. Oh, I think I have to line it up this way, so I get the right piece. So one, oh no, I was right. Don't mind me. Good. 1¼ inch. Okay. So now we have our 3 pieces. Now, if we need our little fillers to go in here, so that's where the deep sea green comes into play. So what I would do normally is punch a whole strip like this one in the deep sea green and collect all the fallout from it. Now, I had already done one, so I have this whole pile here. And so I should have plenty. So I don't need to punch again, and I hate to waste paper. So I'm going to use this little pile, but I just want to make sure you know that it comes from taking my deep sea green and punching a full border with the same cartridge. So you would have the same punch out, except it would be on deep sea green. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I can put my trimmer away. And let's get out my tape runner. And the first thing I want to do is put the check border onto the navy base. Ooh, I just ran out on that one. I'd like to just situate that on that. And I'm doing the best I can to just kind of center it. That looks pretty good to me. Hope everybody's having a good weekend, although it's almost over. Okay, now this is going to get centered onto this one. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of look to get a sense of where I want it. So I'm just looking at where it falls on the measurements down here. So I have it almost exactly at the 5-inch mark, and at back here, the 3 3/4 inch mark. So I'm going to lift this away, and I'm going to take my tape runner, and I'm going to go all the way down. So I put some at the 5-inch mark, and I put some at the 3 3/4 inch mark. And now I'm going to just come over to my silicone mat, silicone. And now I'm just going to fill in. Okay. And if I go a little over, it's not a big deal, but I figured the less I have to rub off, the better. But this is just going to make it so much easier to get all those little pieces on. So. All right. So now I'm going to line this back up again at that 5-inch mark. And I'm not lining the navy up at the 5-inch mark, just the where it started the tape runner. Okay. So now I'm just going to try and put my paper, my little border. Oops, I moved it. Oopsie doopsie. So I'm just going to put that back on. Just trying to keep it straight That's always a challenge for me. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now, I'm gonna bring all these little pieces over here. Hopefully I have enough of the right ones. We'll see. I can always punch more if I need them, right? So now I'm just gonna go ahead and start attaching these. So this part, it can be a little tedious, but I actually don't mind it. And it gives such a nice effect when it's all done. But this is the most time consuming part. And it can go very smoothly or it can be difficult. Just depends on the day and how well my fingers are moving. So I think there are a lot of people here who like to create borders. If you like to create borders, put something in the comments. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to punch another segment. Okay, at least I know. Oh, no, I don't. I do have it. So how many like borders? That's what I want to know. That done. Now I'm going to go to this other big piece. The bigger pieces are really super simple. They don't take that long. I like that. And I think what you just want to keep in mind with this is always think about what are you going to use to make things contrast. So my base here is pretty light in color, but my little confettis are a nice deep tone of that deep sea green. So it really stands out on that light green paper. Looks like this little one doesn't want to stick, so I'm just going to put a little extra tape under there. That. Do. Okay, so that is done. And now I'm going to put my stars and my little circles in. And I'm hoping I have maybe just the right amount, which would be super nice. Dots in. These are the trickiest ones because they're so little. But I have to say, once they're on, they have a really big impact, I think. I love those little things that have big impact. So I'm really excited. My husband went to the farm and got some freshly picked corn on the cob today. Very excited. I think this is the first time all summer I am having fresh corn on the cob from the farm. I cannot wait. My stomach is growling. I hope you can't hear it. Great. So I think you can see that we're making some progress here. I'm just going to put this guy over here. Mm, Think of one circle short. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, yay. See, they're so little, you kind of miss them. Right. I got one more. Right. And then we got our stars. Now, some of the stars are a little bigger than the others. So I'm trying to separate them by size just to make it a little easier. I have to say, I really love this confetti punch. I just think it's so cute. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, there's so much I can do with this. So I'm really happy they came out with it. Great. Good. I'm wondering if anybody got to scrap this weekend. Put it in the comments. Did anybody get to work on their scrapping at all this weekend? Or were you outside doing outdoor activities? On Friday, we had a tornado warning here. And I have to say, this one actually told us to get into our basement. And I can't say I've ever had that happen to me before. I'm up in Massachusetts, just a little south of Boston, but there was actually a tornado that went across the highway in Rhode Island, which is not too far from me, and picked up a car. The car spun around in it a few times, and then it got dropped back down on the highway. And the woman in the car survived. I was so excited to hear that. So definitely, we've been having some unusual weather here, to say the least. It was a little scary, not gonna lie. All right, so there we go. Then all I have left to do is to just put a title and a sticker on this. So I could do, now if I wanted this to be a two-page spread, I'm thinking what I would do is put something, my decorative element, instead of up here, like I did on this one, I would put it down here. So let's find some words that we like. And I think I like blow out the birthday candles. So what I'm gonna do is put some foam squares on that. Now, the nice thing I like about the foam squares, and I can show you on this too, and it's something to keep in mind, especially when you're using a sticker. If you put the foam squares on the part that's coming off of the border or the page, it's kind of like you've put the adhesive on in advance, but leave the little wax paper on until you're ready to put it on your page. Okay, then it doesn't stick to anything. And I just find that helpful. So maybe you will too. And I'm just going to put, for that reason, a third one on. Normally, I think for this, well, I don't know. Maybe I would do 3 on this anyway. Okay, so I have blow out the candles, and let's just find something decorative that work with that as well. We could put the cake, right? Oh, These stickers are just so cute. So I'm going to put this kind of, I'm going to try and put it in the middle. I'll put it in here like that. So I'm just going to take the adhesive off of one foam square. And then we have some cute little hearts we could put around it. Do. Here. Here, so these two are together. And here. Great. So there we go. We got our two super duper birthday borders. Aren't those cute? Let me hold this one up so you can see it. So pretty. And that's it. It's a super simple border. And like I said, the most time consuming part is just putting these little confettis on. But it's not like impossible. It's not hard. It just takes a few extra minutes. So it's a nice, simple, fun border to do. I like this kind of thing because it just lets me relax, and I just put my little confettis in, and I don't know. It's very soothing to me. I'll put it to you that way. So if you like this border, please hit the like button and put a comment in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't already done so and you would like to, please feel free to join our scrapbooking group. We are FRQ Glitz Girls Scrapbooking Group. You will have a few questions to answer, and once the questions are answered, we will approve you so you can join. The questions are there strictly to keep out the scammers. We don't want all those scammer bot people in. We want scrappers and card makers and crafty people. That's all. All right, now just trying to get back up to me. Oh, and don't forget, you can reach out to me anytime at fitzy'sfabulousscrapbooks@gmail.com. And if you don't already have a fabulous advisor, I would love to be yours. And you can reach me at www.creativememories.com/user/Michelle Fitz. And that's my website. You can order products there if you see anything here that you like. All right, now I'm going to come back to me. Hold on, I got a spotlight now. All the things we have to do. Here we go. Hello. All right, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, don't forget, secret box number 3 is available tomorrow, and the sticker buffet. So get that free file mate for your stickers. Why not, right? And again, if you'd like to join my subscription group, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you get into that group as well. All right. I am so glad you could all join me. I will be less frazzled once my daughter is moved in. Thank you so much all for watching, and bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.